We got to do another summit. We need another summit.
Yeah, we need another summit right away. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I
Do
told
we
Brian
invite
when I can.
Victor and then is Todd gonna flake out at us again?
Hello, my friends.
Thank you for joining us for the PEBCAK Podcast, a weekly information security show featuring some all-around good people. It is week 38 of 2025. I'm Chris Louie, and got to see Brian on his day trip out here to California.
Say what?
I know.
With me, we have my co-host Duke Silver, who managed to restrain himself from stabbing my rabbit this time around.
Stabbing your rabbit or just eating it? Violence isn't always the answer, but it does get stuff done. That's a joke. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I was good seeing you. I actually got to hang out with Chris, his wife, and his two lovely kids. And I'll tell you what, man, he runs a tight ship over there. Had a good time.
I don't get it, man. I tell him I'm around, and he tells me I'm not home. Come by another day. You come by, popped out unannounced. He's like, "Come on over." So I don't feel the love, Chris.
You ordered us food. It was so good.
No way, man. Rough.
Brian happened to pick the one day of the week where we're not swamped with kids' activities, so that's how that worked out.
It's all good. I totally get it.
So apparently Wednesdays are the days, or was it Tuesday? What day was it? It was Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
What year was it?
Yeah. And we have Glenn Medina for the entire episode today, a rare treat as of lately.
Yeah, busy schedules, both personally and at work. So I'm glad to be here. Happy to hang out with my boys.
You're recording from a hotel room, so thanks for making time for us.
Quiet. Shh.
I actually had like this 1 hour block, like because Glenn's been traveling, Brian's been traveling. I've had other stuff going on. This is like the 1 hour block I had, and I almost had to record it from the back of the truck, but I'm like, I had just enough time to make it home, start the recording, and I have to leave right after we record.
So you're counting your millions at the bank.
I don't know about that, Glenn.
It definitely like direct.
Guess we give a shout out to our buddies over at Netscope for an IPO this week. They finally did it.
They said it couldn't be done.
Congrats.
Yeah. So, I mean, as much as we're competitors on the battlefield, we have a lot of friends over there now, so we wish them well.
Well, we probably have Netscope stock too, right? So we're hedging our bets.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I don't buy for the enemy. I'm not like you guys.
If the money's there, we don't care.
No, maybe. I'm just hoping that my friends get rich, but they somehow fail. So.
That's right here.
No guess this week. I am not exaggerating that when I say I asked 8 different people if they could be a guest this week, and they all declined for one reason or another. And
I asked one.
This has nothing to do with my personal body hygiene. I shower at least once a day. And we have to have more guests on soon. And I partially blame Glenn and Brian for their impossible schedules that we have to work around.
What? Me? No, not this week. It wasn't me, was it? No. It wasn't me.
No,
I doubt it. It's not
I was off Monday. That's why we had to move it. So
yeah.
Come on, we have decades of information security experience here, not just to educate, but to entertain. We've got 4 awesome stories for this week, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This week, we're going to talk about cookie banners, Ocean's 11, for our third topic, phone farm on steroids, and close with rudeness talk.
Rudeness.
For our first topic, we finally have some good news on the GDPR front, where an EU Commission is releasing clarification on when those annoying cookie banners have to be displayed for users. Literally every website you visit has a pop-up informing you that the website uses cookies, and you have to opt in to allow the use of the cookies or decline them.
I think you knocked him down.
It got so annoying to the point that uBlock Origin and other browser extensions added a feature to suppress those stupid banner warnings. An amendment to the e-privacy framework for the EU could mean that fewer websites are going to have to serve up those cookie pop-ups. The UK, which is not part of the EU anymore, already passed an update cutting the requirement for websites to ask for user consent for websites that do not rely on targeted advertising, like chrislouis.net or briandeach.com.
Do you guys accept them, or do you guys just go through and go like, yeah, no?
I reject. I don't want them tracking me.
Yeah, always reject. You know what's crazy though is like on a mobile phone, sometimes that pop up is like 50% of the screen.
Yeah,
like it's such
or
an
more.
afterthought. Yeah, it's just like he's like, dude, I just want to put in my name. What is really I shouldn't say frustrating. One of the things I think that they're missing in this whole like opt out of cookies and websites is like everyone's got a freaking app on their phone, right? Those apps are still in the back end. It's still like most likely a web browser, right? And there's still a ton of cookies that are tracking you. Like, there's no way to opt out of those, right?
You don't use the private relay, so that way on Apple, in order to hide some of that. I know it's collecting data, but at least they can't collect where you are specifically.
I've had issues with the private relay on planes and certain hotels, so I turned it off.
Yeah,
But
It's
you know,
not
maybe
portal
they
friendly.
fixed it. Yeah,
yeah. It's definitely gotten better on Southwest. I don't have to manually turn it off for the day or for the flight, so it's actually able to bypass. But it does shut down private relay. Like private relay senses something's going on and it shuts down for that small period of time, which is stupid because I could see that an attacker being able to use that by
Mhm.
some setting. So
So then you just black hole the DNS address. It's like Pi-hole by default will turn off private relay. I think it's like mask.icloud.net or something is the DNS resolution, and if you block that, then it just disables private relay.
yeah,
good old fallback.
Yeah, it's not foolproof like a tunneled VPN, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, I meant to give it another shot. I think back when I first used it, it was so problematic. It was taking me forever to figure out that it was the private relay. So maybe if it looks like they have some resiliency built into it, I'll have to turn it back on and give it a shot.
Yeah.
yeah. I turn it. It's on by default for me. So
They thought they were gonna get that.
I'm kind of like that with like all things though. Like I try it out once, I'm like, oh, this thing sucks, and then like, Brian, haven't you heard of ChatGPT 5? I'm like, what do you mean? It's cool? Really? Okay. That's a terrible example. I love that. Yeah.
They iterate and make it better. Yeah. I don't know about 5. 4.0 was probably peak, and then 5 was like a letdown.
do you still have lockdown mode turned on, Brian?
Yeah, since I got a work phone, then yeah, I
Mhm.
turned the lockdown mode back on my personal.
On your personal, but not your work phone.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
work
you don't
phone's
have-
an
you don't-
Android piece of crap. So
You can't turn on lockdown mode for work phones because it prevents you from enrolling in an MDM profile.
Just change skins.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah, shot
common way that people can take over your phone is they phish you and say, oh, your company now requires MDM enrollment. Follow these directions. And then they enroll, and then you give the attacker full control of your phone once you're enrolled in their malicious MDM. Not many, political dissidents that should be enrolling in MDM, so I don't think they're missing that necessarily. Though, Brian, you probably have to copy paste links when we send it in chat now, huh?
yeah, that's
I
how
don't
I
mind.
though.
I don't mind doing that. Yeah, I turn mine in lockdown mode when I travel, when I know I'm going to be gone for an extended period of time.
Yeah, it's probably a good caller when you
Yes, there.
cross international borders.
Yeah,
That's the one thing that Android does well is like the different profiles, but still, even then, it's like garbage. Like I want to take a screenshot. I don't know how. Like, what do? I can't just push like these buttons. I have to swipe up, and then in a second, we'll say, "Do you want to take a screenshot?" And then I'll go to like
that's an
send
Android
it.
thing.
Yeah. And then I'll go to send it, like send it an attachment. I still haven't figured this out to this day, although I haven't really tried that hard. Where I'm like, all right, I want to take this picture and I want to send it somewhere. I'm like, I'll go and it's not there, and I'll check
Where is
my
it?
personal one or my I'll go to photos. It's not in photos. It's not in my personal or my work one. I'm like, where the hell is this? And then I'll search for the text just randomly, and then I'll find it, and it's like it has everything there. I'm like, I don't know where this magical folder is. It's not in photos. Like it doesn't throw it in photos at me. It must be like going to screenshot folder or something. I don't know. Again, I don't care enough to actually try, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Right now, every Android, it's not that hard, Brian. It's so easy. Why are you so dumb? Whatever.
All right, Victor. Yeah. Well, it's good that we're finally getting some clarity on this. I think GDPR scared a lot of companies because the possibility of massive, massive fines on it, that they just over pivoted and now it got way too annoying and they're getting too many complaints. So they're like, all right, well, will release some clarifying information. If you're not using targeted ads, then there's no need to ask for consent. But usually, the other annoying thing about the cookie banners is it's one click to accept all, and that's like analytics, that's tracking, that's advertising, that's third-party advertisers and all that. It's one click to accept all, but if you want to reject it, you have to say customize cookies, turn off each one of those, and then hit accept. So it's one click to accept all, and it's like 8 clicks to reject most of them. Although some websites have a reject all, but many websites say customize, and you have to manually turn off each one, which is annoying on purpose. For our second topic, in a true Ocean's 11 style heist, thieves have broken into Paris's Natural History Museum and stole some gold samples worth 600,000 euros. The break-in was discovered last week when the intruders reportedly used an angle grinder and a blowtorch to force their way into the museum. An unnamed police source told the Parisian newspaper that the museum's alarm and surveillance systems had been disabled by a cyber attack back in July, with the thieves seemingly aware of this vulnerability. So that's how the cyber ties into this. So were they related, or did they just take advantage of the situation?
I don't know.
That's
Like,
600 pounds. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, related or not, that's still kind of sketchy that you're just gonna go break into somewhere,
Break into a museum and steal the gold.
steal the gold,
It's-
and then get into a car and hope that nowhere outside of the museum has any type of surveillance. And you know there's
Ain't
got to
got
be a
working
ring doorbell
cameras.
or yeah.
Yeah. They couldn't stick like air tags on them just from a security precaution standpoint.
Jeez. When I first read this, I thought it said making off with gold stamps, and then it reminded me of this movie. I can't remember the name, nor did I use ChatGPT to figure it out. But I remember just being fascinated as a kid. Like this, it was a movie about a kid and his grandpa, I think, and they were collecting stamps, and all the stamps were worth like a lot of money and stuff. And I was obsessed. Like anytime we get mail, I'd be like, God, looking at the stamp to see if it was like one of the ones that was in the movie, that was first class from like 1919. It's worth $325 million. I don't know what it was worth, but and then I just quickly realized I'm like, this is kind of nothing is that cool is happening in Globe, Arizona. I should probably just give up on this dream.
It's like one of those airplanes that's like a double stamp error or something.
Yeah.
How do you
But there
not
was a-
know that they're sitting there with blowtorch and grinding machines like that? It makes a lot of noise, right? How could they
Blowtorch,
not?
not really.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but
Grinder,
But
yes.
I think it was like
yeah.
an overnight thing.
That many people.
I think they broke in overnight, and their alarm system normally should have tripped and alerted someone, or their surveillance camera should have tripped and alerted someone, but they've been offline since July due to some kind of cyber attack, and they just never bothered to say, this is probably important, we should get this back online. Nope.
Yeah.
Not important enough.
$600,000 though. Well,
600,
whatever
yeah.
that is, in gold in a natural history museum. Was it like old, like helmets and stuff, like fighting artifacts?
No, they were like gold nuggets, I think.
Oh,
Uh,
so maybe not necessarily worth it in weight, but maybe
Someone's
the
cash.
historical background. Like, oh, this was a Shumpin's or
Somehow I just had a stack. of
Shunkin,
well, and then
sunken.
if you look at it,
I got
No, it actually
look at
is. The article says the gold weight itself is 600,000, but they said the historical value is priceless, of
that
course.
doesn't do me any good if I.
yeah, no one cares because it's all going to get melted, and it's going to only be worth
Yep.
what it is in gold, right? So
Speaking of
yeah, you know what I'm
priceless,
starting to
there's
realize?
what is that?
Go ahead.
No, mine's dumb.
I think for instance, jewelry. You buy a diamond ring, let's say it's 5 carats, 10 carats, whatever. It's only worth as good as someone else is willing to buy for it, right? So like you pay retail, and then the resale value drops by like 99%.
Yeah,
So other
It's
than
whatever
the
the
piece itself,
whatever the spot
the
weight
weight.
is.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna go buy a diamond nowadays, just go buy one of the ones that's manufactured. No one's smart enough to really
You're that guy.
that's
Lab
wearing
grown.
this. Yeah, lab grown. Like why? Like no blood
Yeah.
diamonds. Like just do it. And then what's the other one? Is it cubic zirconium? No, there's a different one that's
Cubic
a little bit.
zirconium.
No, there's
Yeah.
another one that's up from that is like a little bit nicer that still has
It's
like
the lab manufactured one, right? The ones
Yeah.
where they actually press.
Yeah.
and they can print their or etch their names inside of the press itself. So yeah, they say you
That's
can do it with a piece of charcoal in a microwave.
I would not
So
recommend that.
let's try it, guys. Let's try it.
yeah. So
Anytime I see the word priceless, I also think of the word worthless, and then instantly Kyler Murray pops into my mind. That guy sucks. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Kyler Murray. Just wait till the next Call of Duty comes out.
Oh my god.
It'll be
you
even
guys are
more
hilarious.
worthless.
You guys are hilarious.
Man.
So I see this, that they knew the museum had no security. They broke in overnight, made off with $600K. And then I see there is a robbery kind of near where I live, maybe an hour east of me in San Ramon, where just 20 people bum rush this jewelry store with like pickaxes and hammers and just smashed and grabbed everything. They made off with like $1 million worth of jewelry. So I'm like, brute force or, subterfuge and breaking into the museum overnight. It's like, what do we have to defend against now? Do you hear about that, Glenn, over in San Ramon?
The brute force of a jewelry shop. Is that what you said?
There's a jewelry store. 20 people rushed in, smashed all the cases, and then I guess the jewelry store had a security feature where they could lock the door from the inside, so all 20 people were trapped inside for a while.
They shot it, right?
Yeah, somebody had a firearm on that blasted the door open, and they all ran out.
Oh, I thought it was the owner that had the gun and was shooting at him.
No, that was another
that was-
smash and grab jewelry store.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
That one was in Milpitas. And there was actually two. I think one was in Milpitas where they're like breaking in the front door with hammers and everything. The guy fired at them and they all ran away. And then there was yet another jewelry store smash and grab. I think it was in Milpitas too, where they beat up the old man that ran the store, which was very unfortunate, and stole all the stuff.
Special place in hell for them. Yeah, the guys that shot their way out, that bullet went right through, by the way. They didn't think stop in. Like, that was insane. You know what I mean? Like, the decision. Like, we're just going to, we're already committing a felony right here by grand larceny. We're going to add attempted murder if we just happen to shoot somebody on the way out. Like, that's a crazy decision. Okay. And by the way, that's the second time they've been robbed like that, by the way.
Yeah.
It's okay because it's only less than 24 hours in jail for those guys because you don't have to commit a crime because now they raised the bar on what crime is. So,
well, I'm wondering if that store that got robbed, if they're like, we'll teach them a lesson. We'll just trap them in the store the next time, and then now they have to put like 2-way bulletproof glass in to stop them from getting robbed again.
I would put like the shutters that come down, just like a garage door that they can't pin. Yeah.
The flood the room with, is it Aragon?
Let's play the escape game. Let's escape room after this.
All right.
What's
puzzle
that
pieces around here?
Yeah. No, if you did shut them in, right? What is that stuff that's used in data centers that if there's a fire, it removes
the inert gas? It's argon.
Yeah. Is it Aragon?
I think it's argon.
Argon, yeah. That'd be great. Like, you just pump that room, and they're just all just laying there, knocked out. You're like...
they would literally suffocate to death if you pumped that full room full of argon.
Could you imagine?
You need knockout gas. Maybe you're thinking of knockout gas.
Yeah. But now the owner gets in trouble for attempted murder, right? And you're like, wait a minute, these guys were stealing from me, and had guns. Like, this is amazing. The victim becomes the... Yeah.
Maybe just knockout gas is the move right there. Yeah, we don't want to kill him. I mean, maybe he doesn't want to.
Maybe not right away. Yeah.
I think we should go into perimeter security, guys. I think we've got some ideas here.
But I could see a cyber angle for that reason too. Like if you if you have the shutters coming down, that's an ICS. That's an industrial control system. Just hack into that, disable the shutters, or the way that the police in San Ramon tracked them down. So San Ramon is not Oakland. Oakland is the third world around here, but San Ramon, they don't mess around. So they had drones patrolling the area, trying to look for these no good doers, and I think they caught 7 of them out of the 20. But they used, I don't know if you would say sophisticated, I would say more advanced surveillance techniques to track these people down. And I don't know if it's traffic cams, but I know they for sure deployed drones. And there could be a cyber angle there. Have some kind of jammers, have some anti-drone technology, have obfuscate your car's appearance or something like just covering up your license plate. I don't know.
I know,
Seriously.
like in my town and some of the other surrounding towns, they use cameras that are on like stoplights and even signs in general, ingress and egress points that they have all over town, so they can pinpoint where people are as they're driving through. I
Yeah,
mean, let's face it, in order to get point A to point B, you gotta take a car, right? So,
yeah.
or a
My
motorcycle.
town put
Yeah.
those. I think they're called automated license ALRs, automated license
Mhm.
readers, and they catch tons of like stolen vehicles that way. They catch
Mhm.
people with warrants that way, and it's sort of like, okay, good. I want them to catch people with warrants and catch, find stolen vehicles, but also it's like a little dystopian too that they're scanning everybody when they comes in. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of split on that one.
Yeah. I
There's
see,
a-
like one time I was driving through town and somebody had put like white tape on their license plate just
Yeah.
to offset letters so that way it couldn't be caught or read by AI. I
Yeah,
was like, oh, that's pretty ingenious.
that's
So
illegal.
it is, but
If you get caught.
maybe not the tape, but you could be like the non-reflective or the absorbing paint that no one can see. So when it takes a picture, it doesn't know what the heck
Yeah.
it is,
They
right?
did
So
a
that would
myth
be pretty
bust.
cool.
They did a myth buster on that, like the different sprays and the different coatings.
Did it work?
and-
No.
I
No.
can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't think it did. I think it like maybe
Yeah.
made it a little bit blurry, but you could still read it. And then I remember Adam
Yeah.
Savage was like, "If somebody did that to me, I'd catch them on principle alone for trying to mess with
Yeah.
us."
So
Yeah, I know sorry, Brian, one last one. Like you can put the only one that worked on that mystery is if you put like a plastic shield on it that was kind of polarized, so that way when the camera flash went off, you couldn't see the whole letters because it was basically one big plastic shield, right? One plexiglass that was polarized. I could have swore I thought that was one of the tests that they did.
There. What I'm showing on screen right now is a CAPTCHA license plate. A guy in
Is it
Texas
car
did it.
code
And
services?
it's still
Uh-huh.
human readable. Like it's obvious
Yeah.
what it is if you're a human, but an automated plate reader would probably get confused by it. So I'm like, I wonder if that's
Oh.
legal.
Yeah.
No. It's like throwing mud on your license plate. Is that
Yeah.
legal?
Fair.
It's dirt. Yeah.
Have you seen the magnetic leaf one, where the
behind
leaf
you,
is
there's-
stuck on there, and then as soon as it pulls up, it releases the leaf, and then
Just
the
drops
top
it.
and-
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the new season of Dexter, there's like this dude that is a serial killer, and he has like this hoodie on, and when the
I don't think you can.
people are recording him, you can't see his face because he's like using infrared light at night, so the hoodie has like this like infrared light. You look normal walking around, but cameras just pick that up. I was like, man, that's actually kind of cool. I wonder if you could change like your license plate light from normal light, just throw maybe an infrared one on there if that mess with it. And then there's also on this one road coming back to my house, there's like the photo radar, and I'm so tempted to just run that thing at like 100 miles an hour with like the KC lights all on. I just wonder if I could blind the camera from actually taking a picture of my face. They'd give
Yeah.
me with the license plate, but I don't know if I wonder if that would work.
Yeah. Why don't you try it?
Or-
Report back.
Yeah. Or you could try shining an LED or a laser right into the camera itself and see if that blinds the camera as you're driving by.
Yeah, you have to be really good with that though.
Yeah.
If let's say it's only going to photo at you, if it's 50, you have to be going 61 or over for you to get popped. That'd be hard to like hold it and
Get it
be able to hit
exact. Yeah. Need some like aim assist or
Bunch
something.
of guns right here.
Yeah.
For our third topic, the U.S. Secret Service dismantled an imminent telecommunications threat in New York City just before President Trump was to address the UN General Assembly. The Secret Service raided 5 separate locations around New York and seized 300 SIM servers and 100,000 SIM cards in what can only be described as a SIM farm.
Got one over here.
Preliminary reporting shows that the SIM cards were used by foreign intelligence agencies, nation-state threat actors for covert communications, SMS spam, and even used to send threatening messages to U.S. elected officials. The U.S. Secret Service was tipped off when they began investigating those threats, and it led them to this SIM farm. The SIM cards were able to blast out up to 30 million SMS messages per minute. Since each SIM card has to be registered with the carrier, it's only a matter of time before enough threads are pulled and we find out what was really going on and who was behind it. Now, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but could this be payback by Iran for the U.S. banning their diplomats from shopping at Costco?
Probably not that.
That's the true story. Look it up. Yeah, when the Iranian diplomats came here to go to the UN, the U.S. banned them from going to Costco, Sam's Club, and they banned them from buying anything over $1,000. So no luxury goods.
Oh, nice. I don't know. Like, other than a denial of service, I don't know. Threatening text, they probably get a lot of those every single day anyways. Like, I don't know what they're actually trying to figure out here.
That was the actual fear. If you have 100,000 SIM cards all bombarding the network at the same time, you could have created a denial of service environment in New York City for cell service.
But you can imagine, like, oh, darn it, we can't go on TikTok.
Send a text.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, like what? Unless that's just part of one thing. Like, we're going to take off their phones and then infiltrate them with something, like T-bone their car and kidnap a diplomat and do something else. I don't know.
32.
Step one of a war, disrupt communications.
Mm-hmm.
Either
But is
way,
there going to be a war in New York City?
I didn't want to wait to find out, so I'm glad they found these guys and busted them. You guys should see the pictures. Click on, I think it's the second link here. It's just literally just SIM cards plugged into. Oh, it's not the second one. That's paywalled.
Well, the one that I thought was weird is like, let's see if I'm looking at the article here. I saw it on
Look at the
X.
first
Holy cow. It's the photo gallery, right?
Yeah, photo gallery at the bottom. Yeah, 100,000 SIM cards.
But here's the thing:
Someone's gonna buy that.
one of the photos shows a plug-in, like a wall outlet that's not even in the U.S., so it doesn't make really any sense. Do you know what I'm talking about or no?
You mean the AC?
The socket? The
Yeah,
socket? No, the socket. The socket looks like a 210 or 210 socket, like a European socket.
Yeah,
Right? That's
and
what
that's
you're
supposed to be
talking
in,
about.
yeah, and it's supposed to be in New York apartment somewhere.
Yeah, it could just
Yeah,
be
it's the
drawing
one with
into
all the stuff on the floor, the doors open,
Yeah.
and by the heating and cooling thing. I guess maybe. Why can't I zoom in?
I can't even zoom in that bit.
Copy and paste the.
No, that's normal. It's 110. Those are 110s.
No, if you zoom in.
Como el de Gil, tiene mucha sensibilidad, güey. Cualquier ruidillo de volar lo capta y lo manda.
Because on the other side, it's a normal socket.
That one.
Yeah,
The left side's normal. But the one
that's
straight
a
in front
standard
to the right
AC
of there.
adapter.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's the adapter that you would
Maybe
use
that's
for like.
could be for the
like
AC. Yeah, the AC is
Yeah, the
unplugged.
AC. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit bigger. But why would the AC be off? That thing is going to generate a ton of heat. Or maybe
You
it's.
would think.
Yeah. But look, there's an adapter right there. Like that tells me that's the same outlet right there that's over there, and they're using a converter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like foreign equipment, and then they just need to convert it for U.S. power.
Or it's American equipment being plugged into foreign power, and they're like, "Yeah, we got it, boys."
It's a false flag
Where
attack.
do you get, like, what is that, like 20 Sims in one that's basically an LTE? Like, look at those antennas. It's like 25,
crazy.
30.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's 16.
What do you use those things for? Is that for LTE backup? Like, there's
I don't know.
SD-WAN?
I don't know what
Yeah.
legitimate use you would have that. Why would you need that many SIM cards? Like, I know you could use these for like ad fraud and
Yeah.
SMS
Forget
spam and things like that. I don't know what legitimate reason you would need to connect 50 SIM cards to a network.
Yeah.
I'm just-
The hardware. Who builds that hardware? Like, what's that
Huawei.
hardware for? Is it for backup data center? I mean,
Huawei.
yeah.
I'm just glad that the stack of used SIM cards doesn't say Z-Search Cellular. Thank God. Thank God it's Mobile X.
Oh,
Nathan would have a lot of explaining to do.
is that an Xfinity box that they're all connected to for control? Like the
Might
white
be,
little
the
box?
CNC.
Yeah.
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 TNC
Conveniently
or
turned around.
Comcast. Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah.
you zoom in and see the MAC address.
Yeah, that's probably for remote access would be my guess.
What
Which
are
is kind of
these,
funny.
Mobile cards?
You have so many SIM
Oh,
cards, just use SIM as your
Mobile
LTE.
X. Mobile X is a cards.
His cat just died.
That's
so
crazy.
he's
Imagine
Oh,
you
look.
you're the grunt that has to punch out all the cards and plug them in and program everything.
Some of the
100,000
pictures
times.
are very clear.
Phone plans for $3.48. This is low end, boys.
Mobile X phone
Yeah.
service, best MVNO.
Oh, look, I'm getting hit with the GDPR. Allow this cookie, reject all. How convenient.
Yeah. This is
I'm
crazy.
gonna switch over. Dang.
You can't switch to Mobile X.
Yeah, let's look at their plan. Get started. 24. Scan this code. I don't know about that.
It's called rolling around, bro.
Mobile done different. Let's look at their plans.
30 gigs of high-speed internet data. Isn't that like 10 TikTok videos? I'm not good at math, but
Is Mobile X part of Mint Mobile? No, Mobile X is their own.
Yeah, they
Interesting.
probably
Cool.
buy Spectrum from someone else though.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
homie. You only got a fucking
So
hand.
never pay more than 25. But oh, here need a hand plan, $5 a month.
Calm down.
Unlimited plan for 10
I don't like
Sim
bullies,
kids.
$10 a
alright?
month.
I don't like bullies.
That's
Sim
not
kits,
bad.
$10 a kit. $10 a kit, right? So
Oh, yeah, someone's got to be bankrolling them.
Words
And
don't fix
it's only a matter of
bullies,
time
alright?
before we unravel that.
Oh,
can you
Oh,
imagine when that order came in? Like, or I don't even know how you buy it. If you even have an office, someone's going, yeah, I need 100,000 SIM cards. Like,
Like that's not
I'm going to
suspicious
club.
at all.
that happened
that's
once when I
not
was.
going to get reported.
stand up for
That happened once when I was at AT&T. Some guy came in and he wanted to buy 30 new lines, and like there was some sort of promotion where you got a free Motorola Razor. I was like, guys, like this is great. Like I'm gonna make a lot of money, but this is fraudulent. And my manager at the time was like, we don't care, we sell. That's not our problem. I'm like, no, like, you
Yeah.
don't understand. Like this is gonna be a clawback on me, man. And sure enough, it was
Yeah.
like 30 days later, it was all fraudulent.
Callback.
I was like, yeah, and then
I'll secure the
trying to unbury myself out of that one.
That's how
I
you
just remember a
ended up in
stack of-
cybersecurity.
Yeah, of razors. I'm like, man, you guys are just giving stuff away. I love this unlimited
Oh, fuck.
10. Unlimited
10
10
gigs.
gigs. Yeah, unlimited 30. Like, that's not unlimited at all. I don't know what you guys are trying to say.
So unlimited talk and text, not unlimited data.
Ooh, unlimited 50.
I got UAV on.
Includes 15 gigs of hotspot. Who needs a hotspot?
Have you guys measured how much you guys are using in data a month?
I use a decent amount, yeah, especially when I travel, because I don't use hotel Wi-Fi when I travel.
If you can't, right? I mean, you may have to in some rooms where
Dude, I just
the internet
Yeah.
really sucks, or
Yeah.
5G or LTE sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought I
I
had
remember I hit the data cap for T-Mobile. So T-Mobile's unlimited up until a point, and they start to throttle you. I think I've hit that cap maybe 3 times in 10 years, and that cap's like 56 gig.
That's a pretty big cap. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, but like when I FaceTime, back home when I'm traveling, that's
What
a
the-
couple
none of
gigs
those
every
either,
time.
bro.
Guys, I think we need to buy the infrared hoodies. They're like $135, but how long do you think we could walk around Vegas until someone stopped us and be like, no, you can't wear that?
I got them for you, bro. Here you go.
It'd have to be in the winter because I'm not wearing a hoodie in Vegas in the summer. Send the link in the group chat. I'll take a look at it.
Where's
Yeah.
it at? Where's it at?
I was reading the story when you were showing it on screen.
You're the decoy.
15% off. Just give them your phone number. Right on, buddy.
That's why I went to secure the recon by myself.
All right, well, while Brian pulls that up for our last topic, and it'll be a rotating topic every
Use me
week,
as a decoy.
this week we're going to talk about
the reason?
what's something that was considered rude 20 years ago but is normal now. And since I came up with the question, I have a couple examples here, so I'll go first while you guys think of something. The first thing I thought was interesting was telling someone your status. So Glenn might be a little old for this one, but I was young enough. I was part of the AOL Instant Messenger generation, the AIM generation. And
so-
before you would leave the computer, you'd always say BRB, because if someone like messaged you like, "Hey, you're not responding, you're being rude," like that, you would have to tell them, I'll be right back, or I'm away from keyboard, AFK, and then says I'm back, welcome back. Like, that doesn't exist anymore. Like, text messaging is asynchronous by nature now. I'll just send Brian a message, and then he gets back to me when he can, and I don't consider him rude for not responding right away.
Where's this guy? Yeah, I seen him over here.
Yeah.
I don't.
get it.
Yeah.
Killed him?
Yeah, I don't think it's rude, but I think what people wear now is just plain crazy. Like pajamas out,
He killed that guy.
going
Yes,
out.
I would agree with that.
The booty shorts, just like Golly, I don't get it. So
Our standards for society and what's acceptable has definitely changed.
yeah, definitely.
I think,
I mean,
yeah, I'm with you on that one. Dressing like a homeless person. My kids do it, so yeah, whatever. Pulling out a cell phone all the time.
my
is
wife
another
goes
one.
down the law on that though. What's that?
Pulling out a cell phone. Right? In 2005, you weren't sitting at the table watching TV in the movies
Yeah.
in a freaking business meeting on your phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's because that cell phone was as big as a dang brick, right?
Oh, that
So
guy was right behind me, bro.
You didn't have
That was right before the iPhone, but still, like texting was around. But it just wasn't like 2005. Maybe you would text, but like back with the T9, you could sit there and text without looking, like just like pop, 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 and send off text. I remember I was good at that, but you weren't doing it as much as it is nowadays.
yeah,
I still think it's rude though. Like if I'm in a business meeting and someone's like off doing something, like I get it if it's an emergency, then step out. But if it's just like someone just banging away at their email, then it's like no, pay attention. Like
Yeah.
respect our time.
I see that right by the loadout.
Got another
So I
one,
would
Chris?
say professionals with visible tattoos and what I would call creative piercings or unnatural hair colors. I think that used to be a stigma, I would say, 20 years ago. Like we work with people that have like pink hair and blue hair, and that wasn't something very common, I would say, 20 years ago. And the visible tattoos and the eyebrow piercings, or I don't know what they call it, the one that's right in the middle of the nose, like I
the
don't
bull
Septum.
ring.
the bull ring.
Yeah.
I don't care for that one, but some people do, and it used to be like, oh, that person's different, but now it's like, yeah, you see it all the time.
I remember when The Rock, like when he was the WWE and WWF person, like he had like the Bahama Bowl tattooed like on his arm, like that was normal. But when he got the tattoo that was like on his chest and came up on his neck, I was like, that's the end of his acting career. And I'm gonna tell you guys, like nobody will ever watch this ever again. Then all of a sudden it just became the norm. So yeah, I'm with you
Became
on
a
that.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys have tattoos?
I do not.
maybe.
Glenn?
You
Maybe.
guys have seen it. Yeah, I mean,
Are you happy with your tattoo?
nah. No.
Was it back in the army?
In my 20s.
Free stuff for
No,
yeah.
actually, yeah, before. Yeah, no, it was during the army. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I got it with the wife when we were in Hawaii. We were supposed to go in to each get a tattoo, and she flaked out after I got mine.
Was it a name, or was it a heart?
No, no name, no name. It's
So
the
that-
smiley face
you
and
know
the
about
big
the
toe?
curse. Yeah, you know about the
Yeah.
curse then, right?
it's just a Hawaiian tiki guy
Oh,
on my
nice.
back,
Okay.
on my shoulder. Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
if you get the name of your significant other tattoo, that guarantees you're gonna break up.
divorce.
Divorce. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I love mom. There you go.
I heart mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Glenn was gonna say on his bicep, he's like, I heart browsers on there.
That's Ben Bailey. He had a license plate that said Zscaler.
Yeah.
Up
Thankfully,
in
didn't get a
Washington.
tattoo.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Talking during performances. For some reason, like 20 years ago, you definitely would have got punched in the face for that one. But now, for some reason, well, I still consider it rude, but people seem to find it more acceptable now. Talking during
Yeah.
movies or talking during something where you're supposed to be like quiet. And I have a story behind this where my daughter does professional dance, and during their recital, the people behind me were like talking. Like my kid wasn't even up, but they were just like gabbing back and forth in the middle of performance. And in between the performances, when they switched the people on stage, I like stood up, I turned around, I got in his face.
Did you go carrying on?
I went carrying on him. I said, "You're free to talk in the middle when no one's up there, but when people are up there, you better respect them and shut up." And then they're like,
Yeah.
"Okay." The guy was like, "Okay." And then like right after the next performance, because I think his kid was in the next performance, they just left. So they just left after that. But yeah, I gave him a piece of my mind on that one.
How about paying for stuff? Like people seem to just like walk out with stuff now, so it's just a normal thing now. It was very rude back then, but now with California laws, people just walk out and don't pay for anything
Yeah,
anymore.
like shoplifting or even looting. Like even looting has
Yeah.
been somewhat normalized by society.
He wouldn't
Yeah.
have that building.
Yeah.
That was like I I mean, I was old enough and around during the Rodney King riots, but I don't know what the public perception was when they had all the looting down there. If it was like, I mean, I think people were not happy that all the looting was going on during the Rodney King riots, but I would say during the riots of 2020, everyone's like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, like, my mom was like, hey, if you get someone pregnant, we're going to have to move and change our name. Right? Like that was like a thing. And like nowadays, not advocating for teenage pregnancy at all, but like sometimes you see like these videos and people are just, they overshare a little too much with their personal choices and things that they're doing.
There's shows about it now. Teen mom. You're normalizing it with a show and saying it's okay to be a teen mom. Like, that's the dumbest thing ever, right?
Yeah. Being a mom or dad is horrible. Like, let's be real. It is not for everybody. That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you're a teenager.
Yeah. Shoot. Especially if you're 40. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Chris, I think you're right around 40. I'm not going to disclose your information. But can you imagine like having a baby right now? And be like, oh my God, I'm going to be 58 when my kid graduates high school. And it's like this old time. Like, man, that there's something to be said. Like being young, at least you have the energy to keep up with them, but you don't have the funds. And then when you're mature enough to actually have kids, then you have the money, but you don't have maybe you have the patience, but you definitely don't have the energy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
How about TV time?
Bell curve.
How about TV time? Like, I remember being limited on how much TV I can watch.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much just the weekends on Saturday mornings.
Yeah,
but now,
Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, my wife's sister's son's daughter, right? So this is, a Filipino thing. It's like we're the kind of the grandniece. She's on an iPad the whole time, like from beginning to end.
It's iPad babysitter.
Yep. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. There's someone that I know they do like a lot of volunteer work around the school, which is good. But then every time they do volunteer work, their youngest is still at home, and the other is just always on the iPad. Always, every time I see that kid, like they're always on the iPad.
Can't speak, can't talk, can't communicate.
It's watching I listen in to see what they're watching. They're watching like Minecraft videos, and like half the time the kid's not even paying attention to it. It's just on. Like, I think that's another thing. Just having the TV on in the background as background noise, like that was never a thing in my house growing up.
Yeah.
Last one I will give. Bringing pet dogs into restaurants and grocery stores. That somehow got normalized over time. Like before it'd be like you'd see the dog tied up on a post outside the grocery store, but now the dog's just walking around taking a crap in the middle of the milk aisle. So it's like somehow that got normalized over time.
People used to leave them in cars.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore for sure.
No, it's not
unless you have dog mode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember growing up, going to the grocery store, there'd be like two dogs like tied up to a bike rack or one of those bollard poles, and that was the thing. You leave your dog outside, and the dog would still be there when you come out. But for some reason, it's not even like a service dog, or it's one of those quote unquote service dogs. Like that I get, but like your pet dog, like even in your purse, like no, that's just not hygienic. Don't bring that into a grocery store.
Yeah, I would also say people that have rabbits as pets. Insane.
Just kidding, Chris.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time before that cat of yours kills the rabbit. You know that, right?
Oh, that's why the rabbit's
a term for that, right? There's a term for that, Chris. It's called being a farmer. You can raise animals and then use them for food. Time
out. Chris says that the rabbit is in a cage. The cat house that he has in the house is actually taller than the cage. Do you not understand how this is going to work, dude? The cat is laying on the top of this kitty tower. You don't think it could just jump in there?
No, it probably could.
It will. One day. It's just going to be bored. I feel like killing, and it's going to kill that rabbit.
I can almost guarantee that rabbit's probably got some fight in it too, though.
It does.
Rabbits are vicious. Yeah. Just by nature, rabbits are vicious.
Dude, 3 house cats could kill you. It can take down the cat. Or, I'm sorry, it could take down a rabbit pretty easy.
Yeah.
There'd be blood and hair everywhere, is all I know.
Well, on
Kind of like
that
when I
note,
shave my head. Yeah.
Bye, UAB.
we continue to get great comments about our dad joke of the week.
Popping it.
Dad
Oh,
joke
yeah,
of
gas
the
is
week.
coming. Quick.
This week, I'm up. I don't think I've done one in a
Yay.
while, so this will be a good one. All right. In the keeping with the theme of animals here, did you know that dogs cannot operate an MRI machine, but cats can?
Oh, whatever.
Ooh.
Get out of here.
Wah, wah, wah.
Tell that to your wife, Glenn. She'll appreciate it as someone who works in the medical field.
Nobody's gonna appreciate that, Chris.
Hey, it's better than ransomware.
True.
VDL.
Yeah, I tried to get him on. He's just busy after he got back, so we'll see if he gets back on eventually.
Yeah.
All right, to wrap things up, cookie banners are about to get less annoying. Thieves stole 600 euros worth of gold after a museum got cyber attacked. The U.S. Secret Service stopped an imminent cell phone threat, and don't talk during movies.
Behind me, Pink.
That's all I have for this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. You can find us on LinkedIn. Links will be in the description. Follow us on Instagram at PEBCAK Podcast. Thank you to our listeners and subscribers. Rate us 5 stars in the iTunes Store and Spotify, and left us a review. We appreciate you all spreading the word to help grow the show. The best way to find us is to search for the PEBCAK Podcast on your favorite podcast listening app. For my co-hosts Brian Deitch and Glenn Medina, I'm Chris Louie. Thanks for listening. We'll see you all next weekend. As always, have a nice day.
Yep, somebody's in there.
Bye, Felicia. Have a nice day.